Hello, Merry Christmas. This is going to be a special beer, hopefully. I purchased this before I show you. You know what it is already because you've seen the intro, blah blah. I purchased this at Tall Boys in Leeds in early September when I was up there looking at the International Beer Fest and meeting up with some good friends. Evil Twins Imperial Biscotti break. Look at that can. Wow. So yeah, it's an Imperial Stout. It's coming in 11.5% ABV. Brewed by Evil Twin Brewing out in Stratford CT. Is that? I'm not sure what that is. Is it Connecticut? I have no idea. Distributed by 12%. Brooklyn, New York. Anyway, the most important thing, this is brewed with coffee, almond and vanilla added. This is batch number 004 and the best before date of the 1st of the 1st 2018. Beer like this, the coffee may fade, but that'd be about it. You could probably age it for a bit longer, although the coffee may fade, as I said, by then, but who knows. I've never aged a coffee stout before. There's a bit of intro, kind of goes into the beer a bit. I'll tell you that in a minute. Let's crack this bad boy open then. I've been looking forward to this for a while. I thought, right, Christmas, let's crack on with it. So yeah, I've never had this beer before. I've heard some people say it's not as good as the Bombers. I've no idea. I've got nothing to go on. Let's leave a little bit there. Let's let that settle down. It's just a nice one finger tan coloured head. Kind of nice roastiness to it. Into the light, it's jet black. It's 11.5%. So it's a big Imperial Stout from America. Let's get an aroma then. Wow. Big coffee notes. There's a slight sweetness from the vanilla. Not really picking up much of the almonds. There's definitely chocolate there. Big roasted malts. But yeah, the coffee is definitely pulling through predominantly right at the front, and then everything else is taking its place below. Very nice. Let's go for it. Cheers and Merry Christmas. Oh. Wow. It's actually slightly, the mouthfeel is slightly thinner than I was expecting for 11.5%. But yeah, the flavours are, they're bang on. The almond is coming through more in the taste than on the aroma. Coffee. Wow. Coffee is there. There's a nice sweetness to the beer. Right at the back end. Then it might be vanilla, beans or pods, or I have no idea. But yeah, there's a little bit of rye in here. Italy has a certain je ne sais quoi, fab food culture, highly decadent history of art and cool countryside. Some people argue that people are loud and flamboyant. They still are women. The soccer players are melodramatic, flop on the pitch. Wow. Most of them do that now, to be fair. Anyway, that's football. Listen, that's all part of the secret Italian ingredient. Keep it cool, confident, arrogant and extravagant. Forza Italia. I think I'm pronouncing that right, I'm not sure. Any other information on here? Doesn't look like it. I put all the information that I find down below in the description bar. I've already told you that. And that's it. There's not much else on there. It's a little bit vague, giving you the date and everything. And then the commercial description is... Oh, there is a little bit more. The Roman Empire had a certain je ne sais quoi as food. It's basically the same what I've just said. Some might argue that emperors were brutal, mad and hungry for power, and the people vain when taking baths and working out all day. Listen, that's all still part of the secret imperial ingredient. Keep it cool, same thing. Although it says at the end, Forza Imperiale. So, the Roman Imperial Empire, I've no idea. Let's pour the rest of this in and I'll try and go through a few more flavours. Look at that head reinforcing on that last bit. I mean, you can see the colour that's just hanging there. Gives you an idea of how dark it is. Right. Let's go again. It's a slightly longer video because this beer, I think, deserves it. There's a nice sweetness to the front end. It's quite rich. Not to the sickly stage of rich sweetness, but it's definitely there. There's definitely a dark baker's chocolate going on. The almond's there, but it's kind of, it's lagging between the coffee and the vanilla, the sweetness. The coffee is probably the predominant of the three. And look at the lacing is really hanging on, which is really quite impressive for a 11.5% Imperial Stout. Trying to think of a rating for this one. It's very, very good. It's definitely an A beer, but it's not to the 10 category. It's, I'd say, I'm going to give it a straight 9 out of 10. It's a 95 out of 100. It's pretty much world class. Pretty much. It's the first time I've ever had this beer from Evil Twin, so I've got nothing to go by from a batch in a bottle. I think I'd find it quite difficult, although I've done it with excuse me, I've done it with a KBS before, but then they're kind of smaller bottles. I can just about do that with a bomber, a 22-ounce bomber. And what's the size of this can? Doesn't even say. Don't say. I would imagine this can is probably 500ml, so a 500ml can and a 22-ounce bomber doing a vertical at 11.5% beer, I would have my buzz going on, basically. I would be pretty merry by the end of that if I'd done that. We'll see. I'll see what, you know, maybe. I wouldn't be able to have anything else, it'd just be that. So, nah. Anyway, I'm kind of waffling on. So yeah, that's a 9 out of 10 from me. 95 out of 100. If you've had this beer before, from a can, this year, this is the 2016, they made cans, I think possibly for the first time coming to the UK, of this. I don't know if I want to age it more than a year with the coffee. That kind of may fade after a year or so. But it'd be interesting to find out. Anyway, definitely rambling. I've had a few beers today, and you've seen most of them just before, I guess. with a silly hat on. Yeah, evil twin, Imperial Biscotti break. Let us know what you think. Cheers for watching. If you're new to the channel, please subscribe. That'd be very, very much appreciated. Give us a thumbs up. Merry Christmas, and I'll see you on the next review. Cheers.